Good everyone, I'm IrishAnimeFan and welcome to the Classic Anime Guide. So, this is the secret project I was hinting at the last vlog we talked about together, and I just want to elaborate on that a little bit more and why I decided to do this in the first place. So the Classic Anime Guide is essentially going to be talking about some of the most popular, acclaimed, and one of the most beloved anime of all time, and we just talk about and discuss why they have gotten that kind of praise in the first place, and why do so many people love these anime so much. The reason why I want to do the Classic Anime Guide is because, well, for a couple reasons. The first reason is that I want to find a way to talk about these shows, eventually. I mean, I want to talk about these shows for a while, but I felt like there's so many videos about them, I couldn't really get my opinions on them elsewhere. And so I thought if I compile them in this series, which is kind of like a retrospective series, I mean, it could be something that is very interesting, and we could give a little bit of a very neat retrospective on these series that we all love so much. Second reason I wanted to do this is because it just gives me an excuse to watch these shows in the first place. I have no shame in doing stuff like that because, well, I've been meaning to get to these shows for the longest time, and I thought, what better excuse to do than to make a series about these anime that I want to watch, like a video series detailing why these animes are so well beloved, and why they are considered like classics. So that is great. I know there's a couple questions here regarding what counts as a classic anime, and I'll answer them now in this video. What counts as a classic anime? My definition of being classic is kind of loose in a way. If the show is about 10 years or older, then in my opinion, it counts as a classic anime. So anything after 2008, unfortunately, will not be included for a main episode of this series. Though I might do something else in the end. I'll keep you covered. Oh guys, I forgot one thing that I missed out in the original recording. All the anime I'm going to be talking about must be in the IMDb Top 250 TV Series of All Time list. No, regardless of what you think of IMDb, it is a good indicator to what is popular in the West. So if it's 10 years or older and it's in the IMDb Top 250, then it counts and it will be covered in the Classic Anime Guide. So just let you know about that, just to not cause any confusion or anything. What I hope to achieve with this series is to give a kind of a gateway guide into anime, like a starter kit guide into the wild, weird, and wonderful world of anime that we weebs have all inhabited. So think of this Classic Anime Guide as that, a guide into getting into the medium. Besides from that, I want to, for any other anime fans who haven't watched any of these series, just to tell them just to watch them. But for others who have some kind of, I don't know, dissatisfaction for anime that are older, that are not presented in 1080p, 16:9 aspect ratio type of shows like you see currently airing at the moment. Like some of these shows I'm going to be tackling some of them are from the 90s, of course, and some people will be hesitant to view them just because they're in the 90s, or a little bit older than your current anime, and the animation doesn't look as great. I don't mean to be rude, but with this guide, I hope that I can at least persuade you to give these series a chance, because you're clearly missing out on some really excellent stuff. I don't want to keep you guys in the dark for very long, so I will say this right now, that the first episode that we're going to be covering on this series is going to be Neon Genesis Evangelion. I think it's quite a good introductory episode, if I say so myself. When is this episode going to come out? I just finished recording some live action footage from just a couple hours ago, and I've just assembled them in a timeline. It's quite a rough edit, but hopefully it should be done. I was hoping to get it out by next Sunday, but since I couldn't have a chance like film when the house was quiet, so hopefully it should be coming out sometime next week. But if it doesn't come out next week, I'll try to get it out as soon as possible. So, you know, be patient. I mean, it's going to be well worth the wait, though. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you guys would... this is quite a new thing for me, so if you have any sort of criticism about the episode, want to give me feedback, then by all means do, because I really want this to be the best thing that I could possibly give to you, because I've wanted to do something like this for the longest time, where I want to try a series out, and, you know, I want to be better at what I do. I want to achieve more with this channel than just either reviews or just sketches. I want to branch out of my comfort zone for the longest time, and I thought, why not this series? Why not make a classic anime guide so I can direct you fans to ultimate perfection? That got a bit heated there, a bit passionate there, but guys, if you have any feedback, I would really appreciate you send me feedback on this, because yeah, I want to make this as best as I possibly can, and I want to branch out my comfort zone, and I would benefit so much from that if you would give me that. So the Classic Anime Guide is going to be a thing on this channel from now on. It's not going to distract from any reviews. I mean, episodes will come out when I feel like they're going to come out, and that's it. I hope to cover a lot on this series, and if you guys would lend me any feedback when the episode comes out, that'd be much appreciated. So, either by next Sunday or sometime next week, the episode will come out, and yeah, that's all I want to say. I hope you guys would eventually enjoy this first episode of the Classic Anime Guide, and hopefully this series will get off the ground soon, and so yeah, that'd be grand. I'm so excited. Anyway, I've been IrishAnimeFan, and until next time, guys, Slán.